Well, hello there everybody, and welcome back to another episode of An Ecologist Plays, the channel where we get to talk about nature while playing games. We are back in Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora. And before we have the party that's been arranged, let's quickly have a look at a creature we've encountered a number of times, but we have never been able to get close to because they are so skittish. Speaking of which, there they run. Now, we did last time have a bit of a look at one, but we haven't looked at them properly. So let's see if we can find some now. Now, there are some Hexapedes right up ahead here, and with the Pandoran Harmony Apex skill we have now, we should be able to, as long as we have our weapons holstered, and as long as we're not running, we should be able to walk right up to them. And there they are. Hello there, little ones. How are you doing? Oh, you're walking again. Okay. Really cool creatures, these. So you can see they're about the size of a human. Actually, perhaps a little bit larger than a human. And as the name suggests, hexapede means 6 legs or 6 feet. And of course, they are hexapodal creatures. You can see the 2 pairs of front limbs working in conjunction with each other. And then the hind set there working independently. And walking, quite a cool little way to move about. Now, interesting the fact that all the larger animals, all the vertebrates, have got 6 legs. Which means that the ancestral species most likely also had 6 limbs, and they speciated from that ancestral species with 6 limbs. So here we have the hexapede, and they are really such awesome little creatures. Now, the hexapede here, this is the mature one. They, of course, have the beard there, and with the young ones and the adults, the beard is not that brightly colored. Overall, the body is a whole mixture of usually blue, but a little bit of white and yellow stripes down here as well. And that, of course, breaks the outline of this creature, basically trying to simulate light shining through the canopy of the forest onto the ground below, and it just makes it a little bit more difficult to spot this creature. You'll find the same type of patterning in the okapi as well, which is a short-necked giraffe relative from West Africa, from the rainforest there. Well, it's a dark brown color, the entire body, but then the hindquarters and the legs at the bottom will have zebra-like stripes there, which will break up the outline. Now, this little creature here, very, very strange, but it actually has 6 eyes, unlike the 4 that we have in most of the creatures on Pandora. We've got a big one, or actually big 2, forward-facing eyes here, and then smaller ones a little bit above it, and then 2 even smaller ones right at the top there. Those smaller eyes right at the top there, I'm not sure how functional they really are. They may be more what we call parietal eyes, which some amphibians and reptiles will have, which most likely just detects light and dark and works with the circadian rhythm of the creature, making sure that it knows what season it is, whether it's becoming day or night, keeping track of time and seasons. It also has a very, very weird, and as it's trying to show us that, it's got a very weird jaw. I believe the lower jaw is what we call bifurcated, meaning split in 2, as is the upper lip. And this most likely helps them to actually grip the food they're trying to eat. So that upper lip there can kind of, as you can see, almost there, it will kind of open up, and that most likely will be a little bit of fleshy grip onto whatever they are trying to eat, whereas the lower jaw, which is also bifurcated, can also just gulp in larger food items. So they're most likely frugivorous, eating some fallen fruit in the Kinglor Forest, and of course grazing and browsing on some of these smaller plants that they have in their environment. There we go, showing us that bifurcated lip, able to open it up quite a lot there. And for some reason, the hunter guide says that the hexapedes are better suited for the upper plains, and they actually occur on the upper plains or in grasslands, and they are more maneuverable up in the grasslands, and not so much in the forest. I don't know, they appear quite perfectly adapted for life in the undergrowth here. They are small, well, small enough to maneuver amongst the forest here. Their maneuverability would actually be brilliant to move around tight spaces like this at high speed in particular, to avoid things like these exploding pods here, and just overall life would most likely be very good for them as they come around here again. Hello little guys. Oh no, you're going to run into the pods. No, please don't. Okay. Hello there, little ones. Really awesome to, of course, be moving along with these little guys. They do appear to be hoofed creatures, similar to antelope, and they are very reminiscent, for me at least, of the blue duiker, which is a forest species, a forest-dwelling antelope we have in Africa. One of quite a few duiker species that occur in forests. Now, the name duiker actually comes from the Afrikaans/Dutch word, which means to dive, and that's because they very often just kind of dive into the bushes to run away from whatever is threatening them. So they're very maneuverable in the forest ecosystems, but the takers don't have the long neck we see with the hexapede here. That is actually more reminiscent of the Gerinook, which is a very long-necked antelope similar to impala, but occurs in the Serengeti. And they of course have the long neck so that they avoid competition with other creatures, other antelope species that are browsing lower down in the shrubs. The long neck allows them to have a higher or a taller browsing height. They can still eat lower down also, but the long neck does allow them to have a wider range of plants that they can eat, and that of course reduces competition, especially if you have a lot of antelope species in an area. Now we are just going to have a bit of a party now. As we ended last time, we are going to have a party, so let's go do that, shall we? Let's see, I think we've got Solek over here, and Nor.
Enjoying the party?
I'm trying to persuade Solek to show me his best knife trick. He swears he doesn't know any, but I don't believe him.
I do not do tricks. A knife is not a toy.
Nobody has that many weapons without knowing a few tricks. Am I right?
If you spent as much time training as you do pouting, you would be a fine warrior. Tricks and all.
Sounds like a challenge, Noah.
Okay, Solek. Then consider me your willing student.
You asked for it. But first, I must look at what that thief Harding took from the clans.
I could come. I want to see that too.
Okay. Then maybe a bit of training afterwards.
Have fun.
Okay, so Nor will be trained by Solek over here, and they're going to go have a look and see what on earth Harding took away from the tribes here. Hello, Jin. I believe you made some food for us, some Navi food. Okay, that looks quite interesting.
Ah, here you are. You hungry? Good, because we've got something special here for you to try.
You absolutely must try this. I've never seen it roasted before, but the pyrolysis of the sugar should bring a whole new depth to the flavor, like roasted onions. I mean, cooking is just chemistry after all, right?
Yeah, okay, yeah, thank you, Alex. Save the lecture for later, please. You're spoiling the surprise. These wonderful flavors have to be experienced firsthand. We cooked some real Navi food. Doesn't it look great? It's toxic to humans, unfortunately, but I bet it tastes as good as it looks.
Okay, so a whole bunch of dishes here. And then Alex, let's talk about pyrolysis, basically just breaking up food with, or breaking up food particles with fire. That is what pyrolysis is. So let's see, what have we got here? I don't even know. Jin Young's dish, okay.
Don't take such a big bite.
Oh no.
Do you need some water?
Yeah.
I'm fine, but why is it crackling in my mouth?
Don't worry, that's totally normal.
If you say so. Let's see, Alex's dish. Oh, this is not. Yeah, nice.
Oh, this one is actually pretty good.
Not too spicy?
Now that you've mentioned it, there is some...
Oh no.
That's hot.
Nalin, what have you done? And this is Alex's dish. Okay, so we've had a shocky one, we've had a fiery one. Maybe this one will be an icy one. Alex, what did you do?
I feel funny.
Don't
No.
worry. The dizziness wears
Oh,
off.
okay, I'm moving right, but I'm moving left. It's all the movements are... Okay, yeah. Pressing control to crouch actually makes you jump. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of mixture. Okay, made me confused. Right. Ajir, hello.
Not in a party mood?
To be honest, I'd rather try out my new Zakru yarn the Zeswa gave me.
Sakura yarn? Cool. What are you going to knit with that?
Well, it's kind of chunky, so I may have to get inventive.
You should ask Jin Young to make you some chunky needles.
That's a really good idea. I'll go talk to him. Thanks.
Okay, Rinella, what do you have to say for us?
That was intense.
I tried to warn you.
Try much clearer signals next time.
I wanted to share the pain.
Wow, thanks.
Yeah, after all we've gone through.
His team did their best, but our old rations were better than that.
I don't know. I kind of like the thrill of each dish.
Spoken like a true diplomat.
Sorry to interrupt the celebrations, but I need to talk to you about something.
Is everything okay?
Yes. I'm outside on the observation platform.
Okay, on my way.
Alright, let's see what Alma has to say.
just for tonight, no shop talk.
It's just that I think Mercer's planning something. We found...
No. It's a party.
Okay, so Anka didn't want to talk about, well, work, and Priya said they found something weird. So, or something about Mercer, so let's go see what Alma has to say. Should be right at the top here. Alma, are you here? Oh, there you are, Alma. Hello there.
Look at you. You seem so grown up now. We've changed a lot. All of us. I am proud of our resistance.
Our?
Look. This is Sarentu.
Nice.
Shoved in a box with everything else Harding stole from our people.
It is back with us. That's what matters.
Us? We are not the same.
But we want the same thing.
And you decide what that is. What we want. What we need.
I only ever wanted what was best for you. To protect you.
We didn't need protecting when we were with our clan. Where was your protection when Harding forced me to hold a gun and broke my fingers around the grip? Or when Mercer had Talon beaten for wetting the bed? The bruises took weeks to heal.
He never liked a mess.
And when they took Ahari away, we never saw her again.
Ahari?
You didn't do a thing to stop Mercer. The wounds he gave us, you gave as well.
Not right now. Priya?
Oh no.
Say again!
Oh, okay.
Just like old times.
You bugger.
I want this one locked up.
You know, just when things were looking up. Okay, no weapons, no nothing.
How did I get here?
I'm gonna punch it. Hello, Billy.
Billy? Billy Nash, is that you? But how?
I can't hear you, by the way, so save the emotional reunion for later, yeah? Hold on.
So we met Billy right at the end, I think, of the last episode. He was kind of just chilling there with his gun.
Cell door should be unlocked any second. Now, get out of here. Come find me, I'm in the security room.
Okay. Doesn't seem dodgy at all. Thing here is that we've got to avoid these guys, which are level 17. We have got no weapons, so we've got to avoid them at all costs. Now, the important thing is not to be seen, so we are just slowly but surely making our way through here. Alright, let's see what we can do.
Get going already.
Oh, there's a guy right there. Let's try and avoid him, shall we?
Much later.
Hey, bad news. Real bad. Picked up some radio chatter that this place is tracing the resistant Samson.
We warned them?
There's no time. This whole place is an aircraft hangar. Ships primed and ready to shoot anything out of the sky at a moment's notice. We've got to take this place out.
I'm with you on
Okay.
that. What do we do?
Checking. Cooling system, maybe? Oh, yeah. I'm a genius.
Feel like sharing?
Without the cooling system, this place will hit critical in no time. And with the amount of aircraft fuel on site, it'll blow. Central ventilation system is signposted. You should find it easy.
Okay, there is a switch just on that side that we need to pull, but we'll need to time it perfectly. Alright, here we go. Pulling. And running away. I'm guessing the other one is somewhere on that side. Okay, maybe now's the chance. Yes! Made it! Okay. So when that Commando Elite over there has come past where this door opens, we will sneak through and go pull that switch. Yes, now's our chance. Okay. Now what?
You know, this would be a lot easier with my gear.
I'm on it. Never doubt me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see whether we can get there. Yes, we can. Okay. Oh, there's a guy. Oh. Let's avoid everyone we possibly can. I think that's where we're supposed to go. Alrighty. Haha.
Now, get back to the ventilation room and let's hack that bad boy. So, just wanted to say, you know what I said to Mercer?
What? When you gave me up to save yourself?
Yeah, right, that. I'm sorry, it was really shitty. I just wanted to say that.
Apology accepted.
I'm glad at least we can accept the apology. Shame. But he obviously just tried to survive. Oh, there's a bazooka. That can mean only one thing. The pawpaw is about to hit the fan. Oh, there appears to be another bazooka. Yes, another rocket launcher right over there. Okay, perfect.
Like a rat in a maze.
Say hello to my little friend.
End. There's nowhere else for you to go.
It's never the end, Mercer.
Hope your trouble in the plains was worth it, cause you'll never see daylight again. Shoot to kill.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crap.
Tell me some good news.
There we go, that's one way to do it.
Takes me a while. Basically, try not to die until I get it open.
Haha, short bow. Okay, what have we got? We've got a normal guy there. A dead guy there. Ah. Flammenwerfer. Ah, there we go. Just need to survive another 20 seconds. Where are you coming from? There. No. No such nonsense. There we go. Come on. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Yeah, fine. I'll go in a moment. I just want to get rid of some of these guys. Okay, maybe not. Okay, fine. Run, Forest! Run!
Mercer and Harding just evacuated. But at least we'll take out the fleet before they get to the resistance.
Yes.
Yeah, that was close.
Keep going as fast as you can. This place is about to go kaboom.
Ah, marvelous.
I need you.
I'm afraid it's last call for Billy, kid.
No, Billy.
But what are you talking about?
I have to override the last stage of the cooling system manually. I won't make it in time.
I'm coming back for you. Stall it until I get there.
If we wait, everyone we know dies. Once I hit this command, you've got like 20 seconds to get the hell out of here. I knew you'd try and be a hero. It's my turn, okay?
Okay, Billy.
Stay safe.
Billy! Billy!
Oh, goodness. Okay. Let's run for it. Sheesh. I guess now we need to stay undetected. So now we are finally in a new area. We are in the clouded forest. Ho ho ho, yes. Okay, I think I made it away from the RDA.
I think I'm clear.
Aha, yes I am.
But where am I?
We're at a new hidden location.
Okay.
Which place we had. Sending the coordinates now. I'm worried about Talon. He hasn't turned up.
Oh
Did
no.
you get on the Samson with you?
No, I saw him run into the forest during the attack.
Helan, it's me.
Oh my word, Talon, what's happening?
Are you injured?
I did this,
You can't blame yourself.
but I am to blame. He said nobody would die. He said...
Who said?
We talked on my radio. He told me we could be together again. Like a family.
Oh, Talon.
I told him when the party was happening.
Wait, Mercer? You told Mercer things about us?
Oh my word.
When to arrive, so he could keep the soldiers away.
Let me come get you.
Hmm.
I don't belong there anymore. I have nobody now.
Talon? Talon!
Well, okay. So Talon was the one that ratted us out. I don't like him anymore. Of course he was manipulated by Mercer, so there is that.
All this death and pain. Why would Talon do that?
He thought Mercer was going to protect us. Mercer could always manipulate Daylan.
Much later.
Alright, so now that everyone's done talking to us, finally, of course we are in the Clouded Forest. And as it turns out, Talon basically gave up the resistance. He thought that Mercer would spare us. Instead, Mercer just tried to kill everybody. And some of them survived, and we are going to make our way to them now. But of course, the Clouded Forest here, more of a typical temperate forest. Lots of conifers, lots of pine-like plants here, cone-bearing plants. So very few angiosperms or flowering plants here. In fact, I haven't really seen a lot of them at all. We've seen most of the biomass here, of course, made up of gymnosperms, which don't have flowers. Instead, they've got cones. We've got a whole bunch of fungi. You can see some bracket fungi over here as well. And then we've got a whole bunch of fern-like plants also. But very few actual flowering plants, which is, to some extent, what you may expect. Now, we did have some orchids, some rock orchids in particular, they're growing right over there. And we'll talk about them at a different time, but they also have cones, so I'm not even sure whether that is an orchid. That does appear to be another gymnosperm, another cone-bearing plant. Very, very different feel to this landscape, very much centered around decay. A lot of biomass being broken down by the fungi that are also here. Also in the Clouded Forest, whenever you do kill something, you have a very, very small window of time in order to actually harvest it, because as soon as you kill something, the shroud, which is a parasitic type of insect, will cover it and make it unharvestable. So you've got to be really, really selective in what you take out, and then make sure that you harvest it before the shroud actually descends upon it. So quite a bit of different challenges here, different environment altogether, but we're basically at the new resistance hideout. So let's make our way there and see what it looks like. There were some Whipfang Crawlers, which, there we go, they are a new species. And oh my word, this is a very, very interesting creature. Obviously related to the Scarab Crawlers we encountered earlier with a hard shell, but instead of having this maneuverable shield on its back, the Whipfang Crawler just has a solid shield all along its back. It also has what we call the bifurcated tail, which is the tail that is split in two, and it makes a rattling sound, very similar to a rattlesnake, which of course will be an intimidation strategy and a way to just perhaps stun the prey, mesmerize it, and then they will deploy their secret weapon, which are their two fangs in the front. And they are able to actually spray venom quite a distance very, very accurately. So they've got two fangs that are tucked away here, and we may see in a moment. There we go. They were the two fangs right in the front there, and they will then project venom using those two fangs. And this is most similar to snakes, which are also able to, at least some species, able to spray their venom, particularly the spitting cobras. In South Africa, for example, we've got the Mozambique spitting cobra, we've got the black spitting cobra, the Mozambique spitting cobra known as the Mfezi, which can really, that thing strikes fear into the heart of man. And they are very, very accurate with their venom that they will spray. And also a snake called the Rinkhuls, which occurs here where I am, but I haven't actually ever seen them, but they are very rare where I am, but they are mostly in the north central part of South Africa, in the grasslands there. But they mostly spray their venom as a defense mechanism. They will raise up, try to be intimidating, and you can kind of see that with the Whipfang Scarab here. When they actually open up their tail, they're trying to be menacing, like the hood of a cobra. And then if that still doesn't work, then they will spray their venom, the cobras at least. These guys just do it to hunt the prey, but the cobras will spray it and they aim for your eyes. And if you're not wearing glasses, for example, and the venom ends up in your eyes, you can have temporary to permanent blindness. So not a nice thing at all. Of course, if you are blinded by something like this Whipfang Crawler, you are really easy prey. They've got lots and lots of teeth in their jaws, very strong jaws also then. And they don't occur individually. Instead, they occur in packs. And they apparently use very complex pack tactics to get to their prey, to communicate to each other pheromones and sounds that most likely the prey can't pick up. So this low rumble sound most likely. And they will use that to coordinate their movements so that they can quite easily take down quite large prey. Now with this hard shell on the top there, quite protected against attacks like with bow and arrow, but as with the Scarab Crawler, their throat, this section over here, would be the area that you aim for when trying to take one of these things down. Really an awesome creature, taking inspiration from mostly snakes, with the cobras there and with the rattlesnake with a rattling tail there. Very, very interesting. Quite like them. Now this, of course, is an adult. What we actually have at the moment are the juveniles. You can see, again, duller color, more turquoise in color, most likely blending in a little bit better with the clouded forest environment that we are in. But when once they become adults, they are a little bit more vivid in color, still quite camouflage, kind of blending in with the colors of the clouded forest. And then once they are ready to breed, they really go for the pink coloration and they become very, very vivid in color. Lots of spots, also again a form of camouflage, a form of disruptive camouflage in particular, where it breaks up the outline of this creature. But at the same time, the bright colors here helping other individuals to recognize that, listen, I'm ready to reproduce, you know, why not start a family? No, or else I'll eat you. So as much as I love these guys, we are going to avoid them for now. There is a whole pack of them right over there. I think 4 or 5. We are just going to not go that direction. Instead, we are going to climb up here and run past them to get to the resistance base, which should be somewhere up there. Ah, but there they are. Gorgeous, gorgeous creatures. You can see they are the young ones with the more turquoise color. They're having some kind of ritual over there. Now, of course, my amazing skill that I have now will help me sneak up to prey animals. Doesn't work against predators as far as I know, so I'm not going to try that now. Instead, we are just going to keep on climbing and hope we get to the resistance base, which is somewhere up there. I guess we can just follow the path. Lots of fern-like plants here as well, which are also not angiosperms, not flowering plants. Instead, they are Pteridophyta. So they are in a completely different group. Yeah, this is a fungus. I thought maybe we have pitcher plants here, but this is a type of fungus very much resembling oyster mushrooms, actually, even though it doesn't have a name here. They resemble king oyster mushrooms, but they are pink in color. Lots of fungi here. I'm hearing something. Oh, what am I hearing? Oh, a Bone Helm Rhino. Oh, now normally these things would chase us. And this is, I guess, a great time to try out our new Pandoran Harmony skill. Hello there. Hello, Bone Helm Rhino. Oh, are you rubbing your scent on the ground here? Does look like it. Hello. You appear quite blind. A lot of deer, for example, will also rub the antlers on the ground and on shrubs, maybe to spread a little bit of scent. Hello. So let's look at the Bone Helm Rhino here. Now this one is an adult. The one we actually are seeing in the game is a juvenile. But notice, of course, the big ornate crest in the front here. This is solid bone. They don't have the best eyesight. I mean, they've got a pair of biggish eyes and then smaller eyes. But like rhinos, most likely have terrible eyesight. And that makes them quite dangerous because they don't know whether you are friend or foe. A beak, quite like a parrot's there in the front there. So they're most likely feeding on very, very tough plant material. Maybe cracking open seeds also, although maybe not the best at eating seeds due to the shape of this crest, meaning that they most likely will have to feed on tough plant material. They can't, for example, feed on the ground because the shape of their crest here actually prevents the mouth from reaching the ground, making contact with the ground, which is, you know, kind of a stupid adaptation to have, but this shield is also, at the same time, a brilliant adaptation, because this whole creature is really, really formidable. Armor-plated, the head is really the most well-defended section of the body, so this section where it's not well-defended is probably the only area, and then the breathing holes right over there, that's probably the only area you can even do any damage to it. But this Bone Helm Rhino, usually occurring in groups of 4 to 6 apparently, and of course, if they feel threatened, they can then kind of huddle together with the youngest ones in the middle and these big shields facing to the outside, facing outwards. And in the process, then they create this formidable wall against predators. Hello there. Oh man, I love these guys. Now they're really, really stubborn, very aggressive, very territorial creatures. So normally you wouldn't walk up to them like this. However, with the... Oh, you see, I ran, and now he's like, listen, go away. Now he is attacking us. Okay, I forgot I should not run. No, 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 no. Leave me alone. You see, with the Pandoran Harmony Apex skill, we are quite fine as long as we don't run and as long as we don't draw our weapons. Yeah, okay, bye-bye. Okay, now he is chilled again. I think he should be fine with me approaching once more as long as I'm not running. But with their big head there, with their shield, they will just plow through anything in their path. Hello, are we alright now again? Are we okay? Yeah, you're not very bright. You don't remember that I was the one that just ran next to you, eh? Oh, well, who needs to be bright if you are a formidable tank? Okay, so let's just make sure we are further away from him before we start running. Because we are very, very close to the resistance base. Ah, I thought I heard some new creatures. Are you Meer Deer? Yes, Meer Deer. Which are awesome little creatures. Hello, little guys. We are going to talk about you next time, I think, eh? We have to leave something for next time, alright? Yes, okay. You're beautiful, weird little creatures. So, guys, a little bit of a teaser for next time. We're going to be talking about what on earth Meer Deer are. Of course, we have to run the way because we can't fly with our Ikran. It's not part of its home range. We are right over here in an area that's outside of the home range of our Ikran. Our Ikran, the home range, has expanded from the Kinglor Forest to the upper plains. It has not, however, flown into the clouded forest. So it's not used to this environment. And later on, of course, we are going to, most likely next week, connect to Awa and then, hopefully, gain access to flight in the clouded forest. This looks like it could be a nice little spot to set up for the resistance. Aha! Indeed it is. Hello there. Solek.
There you are. Priya told me of your escape. I am relieved to see your Na'vi instinct saved you.
It's good to see you, Sutlek. But I'm here thanks to Billy. He died to save me. Us. Stupid idiot wouldn't let me go back for him.
Billy is with his ancestors now.
I guess so. I just wish he didn't have to be.
Indeed. But I am glad you are here with us. Unhurt, I hope. The clouded forest is treacherous. I found patches of an unnatural deadly fog, probably RDA. They poison all they touch, even out here.
I hope we'll be safe here. At least for a while.
I will not rest until the Sky People pay for what they have done.
We have lost so many.
I hope we lose no more. In truth, I am worried about Nor.
He was agitated right before the blast. Accusing Alma of things. Has he said something to you?
No. I can see the darkness in his eyes, and I know that look. Resentment is eating away at everything Na'vi inside of him. It is not a good place.
Can you talk to him?
Truthfully, I am trying not to follow him there.
So Solek says that Nor is worrying him, and Solek is just trying not to follow Nor down the dark path. But this, unfortunately, is the only video we'll be doing this week. I'm quite busy with writing off reports, so we won't be able to put out 2 videos this week. Nick and I, of course, will be back on Sunday to live stream Ark Survival Evolved again, and we are alternating now every week between Ark and Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. So join us on Sunday between 6 and 10 South African time in our live stream of Ark Survival Evolved. And until next time, everybody, stay safe. We'll see you all soon. Bye!